What's up, gamers? As you may know, I come bearing sad news for myself, I guess. A few days ago, I fully wiped my account on accident. This is one of the biggest recorded wipes of all time and was enough to get me front and center on Behemoth.
The third biggest UIM wipe in RuneScape history. This is from a UIM named Sleazy.
I've been thinking a lot over the past few days about what to do, and I've been wanting to start a series about my UIM for a long time, so I suppose I'll just get right to it. This is the ultimate completionist prequel, The Rebuild. Let me take a second to show you what I've done so far. I'll be explaining my plans in a little bit, but I figured I'd start off with my items first. One of the first things I want to do is finish Wildy, which is what most of this stuff is for. Just the black D-hide, the random gear, easily reobtainable gear, and the zombie axes, I guess, would cover it. Those are from when I went ahead and sped through the mid-game iron, quote-unquote, clogs, like Warp Scepter, Zombie Axe, and Zombie Helm, which I just alked because it's bad. The other thing I've been doing is Megascale Calcs, which is where a lot of these big herb stacks and, obviously the Kodai that I picked up, which was absolutely huge. That's not the boosting that people do at Chambers. It's, we do the raid, ourselves with other people. And it's ideal for my situation because a lot of the points come from chinning, so my lack of gear isn't much of an issue. And then I did a few Scuffed Toas so far going for thread, but haven't got that yet. So I think that's about it. Okay, so this is everything useful from stash units that I could remember, and from the house, obviously. I did have full Masori, full Ancestral, and Justy might help. And then obviously the BGS stash, the Slayer Helm, a Vernic stash, and the Whip stash is absolutely massive. I honestly don't know what I would do without these stashes. I can just imagine how much harder it would be having to even go back and get a halfway decent melee weapon or something. So fill your stashes. So like I said, I'm trying to complete Wildy. So first order of business is the teleport anchoring scroll, I guess is what it's called. Yeah, so I'm just coming out here in absolute rag and gathering keys, and I should have a fair few pretty soon. Alright, so this is a bit jarring for the video, but it's been a few weeks since I've recorded anything. My motivation for the rebuild was really high at first, but it just kind of dwindled off after a few days. It wasn't fun anymore. But now I'm enjoying it again. So I'm excited to get back into grinding. I started playing again like a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks ago, but I wasn't sure if I was going to stick with it, so I wasn't recording anything. Mostly just did skilling, and I got the teleport anchoring scroll as the first step on Wilderness, and so very glad to have that one behind me. I also did a bunch of scaled chambers runs with the boys. Didn't pick up anything other than some massive herb drops, which is always nice. So now the current activity is to try and gather up a bunch of herbs to potions for the Wildy Slayer and Void Waker grind. And for that I did a bunch of Master Farmers and contracts, which you get a lot of Mox herbs, so I don't want to waste those, so a lot of the herbs that would go to potions is going to Mixology, but I still have a 50 mil herb lore goal that I'm working on, which is a lot harder now that all my herbs are gone. So that's pretty much what I've been up to. I'm gonna try and keep recording stuff and see if we can't pull some cool stuff from the wilderness bosses or something. So when it's American rotation, I've been doing LMS as well. Almost halfway done. This content is horrible, and the Terminator bots are back now, so progress is going to slow down quite a bit, but I'm hoping to get my 500 cape within a few more rotations. And then all we have left is BA Pet. Yes, watching bots fight each other. Boss fight is fun. Well, maybe they're not Terminators. Can I hit anything? Fuck this game. Alright, that right. One more. I like to do 5 wins. So while doing Mixology, I've been doing contracts to keep up the herbs, and I've discovered this new technology. So, if you're a UIM and have been doing contracts lately, then you probably know about these wines that lower your farming level. I was using them to guarantee an easy contract when downgrading, as per normal, but I lowered my farming level too low, and I discovered that if it can't assign you a contract because of your farming level, then it will always be red berries. So that was kind of, cool, but not very impactful. But they released an update this week that lets you choose your previous contract type. So if you did hard last time, it'll let you choose hard again, and it does not check farming level, so you can lower your farming level down to the point where it can only give you watermelons, and it will guarantee you watermelon contract, and that point is level 57. So you can do that and get a tier 4 seed pack guaranteed from watermelons, but you cannot get 2 watermelons in a row. So this might make a bit more sense once I show you this. So I finished my watermelon. Gotta make sure I'm 57. Go 1 down extra just to be safe, and then since watermelon was the last one, it can't give me a watermelon or any contract, so it gives me a red berry, which I already had pre-planted because I knew that was the case, and then now it can only give me a watermelon again. So it's another guaranteed watermelon contract. Now I don't have a red berry pre-planted anymore, so I could force a red berry, but I'd just have to wait for it to grow anyways. What I can do instead is garden pie up to 64, which still locks out everything from the medium and high tier farming guild, but it will allow us to get potato cactus, snake grass, white berries, or white lilies. Since watermelon was the last one that I got, I can't get watermelon again. But depending on what I get, I either plant the white berry if I get it, or I just have another pre-plant already here because I have the white lily and potato cactus. I guess there's the potential of snake grass as well, but yep, so potato cactus. So now I have another pre-plant, and then I can just guarantee a watermelon contract again and do the same thing. So it's just a bunch of free seeds. It's very helpful for UIM because normally it's very easy to get stuck on a contract. So I don't know if this will be fixed or not, but the red berry thing has been in the game for probably since contracts came out, pretty much. So I don't know if it'll be fixed or not. So I guess last thing is we can go back to Alderan and buy some more wines to get down to 57 again to get that watermelon contract. Sadly, there's not enough room to bring enough wines so that you don't have to go back. Also, when these first came out, they were not selling on the GE, but I was able to buy them on the alt for 5k each, roughly. So you can restock the shop with the alt and not have to hop. And watermelons again. What a surprise. So a couple more things about that. I think it's better to pre-plant whiteberry once you have white lily seeds because the red berry pre-plant was mostly to skip white lilies if you get it. But now I don't need to do that, so I can basically do any contract that I get. So like the red berries are still an option if needed, but for now I think I'm just gonna do every contract I get and not skip them with white lilies. I forgot to mention as well is that because you're basically doing watermelons constantly, you profit compost doing this as well. So it's just another reason why you know, this shit is so OP. Alright, one last thing. The last thing about contract tech. So if you have white lilies, you can pre-plant them there and it will protect the watermelons, and you can skip you know, compost, and that makes the harvesting a lot faster. If you don't have white lilies, you can plant nasturtium instead, and once it grows, it'll just sit there forever, and you won't lose watermelons ever. So I also figured I'd show you guys, you know, seed packs I got from that time. Actually pretty freaking bad, holy shit. Maybe I'll do another recording. That one was not good. Alright, so I've been thinking about how to get these pots. So originally I was just going to use certain herbs on Mixology and make the rest into pots, but I'm realizing I'm getting so much more XP from Mixology, and I can buy potion packs. Wait, what was that? I'm max. How am I leveling up? Alright, so this is my UIM Gargoyle alt, hitting 75. And boy, howdy, is he a cutie. So the point of this is to gather noted gold for my main so I can sell it to the shop and restock it. So now that we have 75 Slayer, I can just drop everything non-gargoyle related, and we'll see how the bone crossbow works. Also, one other thing I forgot to mention, it has to be an ultimate as well because the shop stocks aren't shared. Anyway, as I was saying before, I was so rudely interrupted by myself. I looked at the numbers and, you know, made a decision. I think I'm just gonna send all my herbs at Mixology and then get by on whatever the potion packs get me. It won't be too long until I max out the Wintertodd loot, and then I'll have all the potions that I'll ever need, and the Mixology XP is just so much better. It really is worth it. Alright, so as I'm using up the last of my paste here, I ended up dropping all my Terramin seeds because I just can't be asked. You know, as much as I'd love to stay here getting Herblore XP for the next 6 months, we got shit to do, places to be. So I've been thinking about what I want to do long term with this account now. And I've kind of been thinking that 200 mil all should be on a higher priority than it has been. I've always been worried about wasting quote-unquote XP, like from boss drops and that kind of stuff, but it kind of would just be nice to not even have to worry about boss drops and all that. So anyways, once I finish this up, I'm probably going to run some Toas until I get thread back, and then buy all my potions, and we'll just be... We have a few more we need to make, like I have a bunch of strength pots I need to make, and you don't get super combats from the potion boxes, I guess. You don't get super combat from the potion boxes, so I got torsals I gotta put in for that. But then we'll be ready to head out to the wilderness. Alright, so that's it for Mixology. So now I'm gonna buy my potions. I'm gonna first get the chugging barrel, since I have the points, and it'll be good later. I did already get it. For the log, but I didn't plan on keeping it. So now we're gonna see about our potions. So I guess we just spam this shit. Oh, lovely. Cool. Are you serious? J-Gax, come on. What is going on? Jesus. I can't believe it. So how many do I buy so it doesn't fill my inventory? So I guess I can buy 5 at a time. Lovely. How long is this gonna take? Long time, apparently. Oh, I'll come back when I'm done. Alright, so here's all the pots. I've separated them into 2 groups, really. I mean, the top one is what I'm barbloring, and these 9 right here I'm keeping. I'm gonna make super combats, obviously, and then probably barblore the extra super defense. Maybe the extra super attack. I'll have a lot of extra super attacks because I still have a bunch of irrit seeds to go through. And then I'm gonna drop these anti-poisons. Did not realize they were 800k. So, just to expand more on my 200 mil all comment, so originally I had thought that it would be best to get all of the logs that could possibly get me any XP before getting or just finishing off 200 mil all, but I've realized that most skills don't really pair up well with logs outside of a singular skill, which is Slayer. So, what I was thinking is to put Slayer on sort of the short list of skills. However, there's a catch with that. If I'm just going straight to 200 mil Slayer, I don't need too much gear. You know, it's fine to use easier to obtain weapons and stuff to, you know, just do the easy XP tasks, barrage tasks, tower necks, that kind of thing. But if I want all the clogs, that means Slayer bosses, which means I need a lot of gear to do those efficiently. So basically, the long and short of it is max gear is needed for Slayer. So I'm gonna sit down and figure out exactly what gear I need to do every Slayer boss efficiently, and then work out a plan for 200 mil Slayer. Another side note, there's a lot of like skilling mini games and stuff, but I've already completed pretty much every non-combat log that I can. There are a few things like, I guess Eternal Glory could be counted as non-combat, which I haven't done, but for the most part, everything that gives XP and non-combat skills, I'm more or less done with. So obviously new stuff will come out, but you know, you can't really help that, can you? Alright, so Barb Lore. I'm gonna use all of my potions that don't have any use from Mixology rewards to just make mixes to get some extra herb XP. I've been dreading this clip because this shit is hard and I'm not that good at it, as you can see. But it's always worth to get that extra herb lore XP. There's basically two sort of goals you have with Barb lore. By goals, I mean what I'm actually like focusing on doing during the method. The first is to clear the inventory. It gets a lot easier when you have more inventory space. And the second is to fill the bag. So I sort of switch between those when I feel like it's good to do one or the other. But kind of hard to talk and do this at the same time, but you know, we're making some progress here. Generally it's best, I feel, to cut the fish, but when you don't have room, you just gotta drop them. So better to keep fishing and not cut one than to cut one and lose your cycle. And then, you know, sometimes the shit moves up here and you just gotta run. Nothing else you can do there. But I'm not going to show the XP because I don't even have enough potions to get really even a good test here. Well, that was unfortunate. That means I'll be able to carry less sturgeon to the bank. But, you know, we do what we can. I actually just adore Barb lore. It's probably one of my favorite skilling methods, even though it's so hard. I mean, I don't know, it just hits all the right things. Like, I love watching the potion stack slowly deplete. I love how there's, you know, reason adds a use to potions that really any potion that you wouldn't normally care about. It's just great. I'm so glad that Mixology gives you all these pots that, you know, everyone else would probably just drop, but we're having a good time here. Alright, so I got some stuff to do around the house, so I'm gonna do some more AFK barb, and hopefully finish the barb lure soon. I can just open the sack and then head to any general store to just drop the fish off as needed. So, very nice item, fish sack barrel. Alright, so we finished up Hunter lots, so now we're on to, I guess, Sammy Brew. These things give a lot of XP, so that's really fun. Alrighty, so finishing up with the Sammy Brews. What do we have left? Just magic pots, I think? Yeah. I will be back again once I finish those. Of the magic pots, that should be it for now. I'm gonna head to Toa and try and get some crystal seeds so I can make for super combats. I think that's the only thing that I'm really low on. The other thing I need to do is go grab some wines to get my rank spots back, and we should be good to go at that point. Alright, all done with barb lure. I'm gonna gear up for Toa now and see if we can't get some torstals and maybe a better rune pouch, but it's now 1 in 50 for me because I already had one. So that's really fun. Alright, so I did a few Toas and managed to completely spoon the thread, so we will take that for sure. I'm gonna keep doing Toa until I can get enough Torstal to make a decent amount of super combats. I mean, I have some, but I just really want to make as much super combats as I can. I just finished the farm run here, finally got some Torstal seeds, only 6, but hopefully can get another couple drops before I move on. Oh, yes, Torstal and dragons. Oops. Oh boy. Jigax. God, it's dropping input again. Nice. Good luck.
Sick.
Alright,
4443444.
oh, hi, dude. I can't hear you.
You can't hear me.
It's purple.
Hey! No way!
It's yours.
Oh, okay.
This
But,
has to be the shadow. Come on.
Wait, after the name change too.
Oh my god, it happened before with Porky, surely.
Please, that would be incredible. Jill, I believe.
Come on. Oh man. I would like that. Alright, so, I think I'm finished up with Toa, got enough Torstals, and got the thread, which is what I was really going for. I'll have to come back with better gear to try and snag a purple, but I didn't want to clog up the bag with a bunch of, you know, shit for the actual game when I have to do all this wilderness stuff where I can't use it. So, got a couple things left to do. I'm just gonna run some laps here to get the rest of the amylase that I need for these super energies in here, and then I can make my super combats and stams, and then I will barb lore any extra super defenses. I'm probably going to keep around the super attack and strength because I can just use those in the wilderness instead of super combats to try and save my super combats. I do still have some more Irrit left to farm, but there's only like 50 seeds or so, so I should be done with that really soon. And so yeah, should be getting close to getting ready. Right, so I purchased my amylase, and I also just got some extra for some graceful, and that'll go towards another set. Why do I get these sets? Who knows? I came up with this way to make my stams. I'm gonna be making them while running artifacts, and then I can just drink stam whenever I need run energy. So hopefully this works pretty well, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. Already finished up with the stamps, so that means the only thing left to do is super combats. I did have a bunch of dwarf weed that I was going to make into range pots, but I have 1,100 of those doses of those already, so I was probably just going to wait and see if I can get any drops, and so I don't have to telegrab so much. So we'll see what happens with that. Yeah, so just gotta make super combats, so that means Irrit's first. Gonna make all these into super attacks. That's gonna take quite a while, and then that's when we can use our Torstals that we went to Toa for to get super combats. And then might as well just use this real quick as well. And then Snapdragon I'm saving because I'll be doing a lot of Spindle, so might as well just get the Red Spider's eggs for free. And we're getting close to the end of resupplying ourselves. So I don't know if you all have seen how UIMs make potions, but of course we use the decanter, everybody knows that, but you can, if you make 1/3 of your inventory in potions, you can decant them to 4 dose and back to 3 dose, and it notes them. And then you can withdraw the other 2/3, and you just alternate between potion and secondary, and you never have to drop, and it's nice and easy. It does require either coins or a stack of noted vials, and you have to have exactly room for a number divisible by 3, which is why I have these, you know, junk items here, because I couldn't be asked to re-death bank to get rid of the looting bag, so unfortunate. Alright, just about done with super attacks, so it's just super combats and then we're done for real. Been making super combats for a little while now, almost done, and I'm really excited to be finished with the resupply, so guess I'll just get back to it. Alright, almost done with the super combats here. I'll show you guys what we end up with for all the pots, and then we should be ready to go. All done with the pots. Mostly just need the super combat and ranging because I can use blighted restores in the wilderness. So, but the rest of the stuff will come in handy. I still have a lot of snapdragons to make super restores and dwarf weeds to make ranging pots. So whenever we get those secondaries from bosses, I can make that. Alright, so I may have lied about being ready. The potions are all done, but there is one other thing I need to grind Slayer, and that's runes. And I can't just buy runes because that would be a waste of money, and it would also be a waste of rune crafting XP. So here we are at Guardians. We'll see how long I could put up with this. I did manage to spoon the Abyssal Lantern, so figured I'd might as well use it for a little while before dropping it again. It's a small thing, really, but I don't know, my OCD. Honestly, usually blood runes are the things that I really want, but for Slayer, you actually use twice as much death runes as blood runes, so and since I make the same amount pretty much, I kind of would rather have death runes than bloods. If I were to make runes for PVM specifically, I think it would actually be better to get them from Sepulchre. You get so many blood and soul runes from the floor 5 chests, and here you don't even get soul runes at all, really, except for the poles, and the blood runes are sort of the least. You get the least of blood runes compared to everything else, so but for Slayer, it's great because you get so many death runes from here. It's a lot better for death runes than anywhere else, really. So this will be the last game for now. I'm gonna park myself at Redwoods and AFK for the next little bit, and we hopefully might have some big, large chambers coming through. Should about do it for the first episode of the rebuild. We mostly just gathered supplies that are required for PVM, so good first step for any rebuild. Next episode, I'm going to be diving into Wildy Slayer and seeing how far we can get with that. I really hope it doesn't take too long because that grind is quite demoralizing. I appreciate everybody who stayed and watched all of this boring skilling BS. Next episode should have much more clogging. So with that, I'm going to continue working on 200 mil fire making while editing this video, and see you next time.